bum 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 ba 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 da 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 da. Ah, good morning. The sound of an alarm pulls me out of a fitful slumber and into the unpleasant state of wakefulness. Ugh, I know, I also hate being awake. I linger under a blanket for a few minutes, gathering energy to rise up while making excuses. As for why I haven't already. Honestly, I wouldn't mind staying here for all day. School is surprisingly exhausting after a long pause, and the culture shock still has not faded, I think. Still, despite getting an impression that skipping classes is easy here, I don't think they are going to let me get away with that easily. The nurse is bound to keep breathing down my neck from the talk of exercising. Let's meet Blade Runner. I think that's... we've met quite a few girls. I think our pool of girls has to be running thin by now. Thanks to my condition, I was exempted from taking part in gym classes at Yamaku, so I didn't get issued a gym outfit. I'd ordered some to cover such a contingency, but wearing my old soccer clothes is kind of nostalgic. I can't use them for that anymore, so maybe they can get a new life this way. After all, I'm going to start taking care of myself. I can't afford to slack around. I'll start with the basics. Basics which include keeping the rest of my body in shape along with what little I can do to strengthen my heart. Maybe then I can go back to something approaching a normal life, or at least something where I'm less likely to fall over dead. I'm surprised to discover that I'm not the only person at the track. Not just that, it's a face I've seen before. A prosthetic-like girl who bowled over me in the hallway. What's her name again? I can't remember. She seems to be running laps at a somewhat easy lope, her prosthetic legs clacking rhythmically on a hard track surface. I wonder what reason she has for running this early in the morning. Maybe it's something akin to mine, and the nurse is oppressing the poor girl to jog. Maybe she just likes to exercise. Certainly he would be here for my health, and his prompting me to do so. Even with things being as they are, it's only because I wanted to get out of the way early. Or want to get it out of the way early. The fact that I would be less likely to encounter someone who would witness my pitiful attempts to get in shape was merely a happy accident. I'd leave, but it seems my former assailant noticed me on her last lap. She waves me cheerfully and jogs over. Good morning. Your name is Hisao, right? Well, we just don't have her name there. She grins, seemingly pleased that she remembered my name. What's up, Emmy? You may not remember me. How could I not? Emmy, I knocked you over in the hall yesterday. How could I forget such a blunt introduction? Emmy has the decency to look vaguely apologetic for a moment before giggling. Yeah, sorry about that again. Well, as long as you don't make a habit of it, I suppose it's fine. Great! I'm not sure she realized I was joking. So the spy consultant the nurse is talking about, is that you? That's right. Oh, I was expecting someone from the nursing staff, to be honest. What, are you saying I don't look like I could be a spy? A psychic spy? I'm afraid he would have someone to watch my every move. Unless you are here to do exactly that. No, I'm here for my own reasons. The nurse asked me if I'd seen a messy-haired transfer student who looks like he's kind of lost around the track. Why are you down here? Training! For what? Track. You don't say. Oh, you're on a track team. Duh. What gave you that away? Maybe the fact that I only wear a PE outfit with bloomers? I'm one of the better runners, too. That's because you're cheating with those robot legs, you cheater. And modest about it. Hey, you should join up. It's good exercise, you know. I think that much activity is probably out of the question for me. I'm not even sure I like running that much. I'm not into organized sports, you know. If only there were a swimmer girl. What's up, Dr. Josh? It's true, I never really got to get into soccer. I run around with friends and all. That was really the only reason I ever played. It wasn't for the glory to be found on the field, that's for sure. Honor and glory! Emmy seems to understand my meaning. I see, not that into the whole organization thing. But now you're here, I guess we're gonna run together. I sure guess. She seems pleased. She is absolutely going to smoke me out of the water. Like, there's no way we're keeping up with her. Real men don't warm up. Oh my god, we're gonna get fucking wrecked by this girl. You should always warm up. Bad Hisao. That's right, dude. Always warm up. She scolds me enthusiastically, then smiles and leans closer. I hate warming up too. She laughs suddenly. Heck, and I don't even have to stretch my legs. Hey! As if to confirm her statement, she bounces up and down a few times, giving a passing impression of staying on a pair of springs. Her leg blades seem to be quite elastic. Let's go. Oh, that's true. His sound doesn't like warming up because a man's never hot. Not hot. No ketchup. Just sauce. We both take off around the track, and I can immediately see that she wasn't lying about being good at running. Emmy moves fluidly, throwing herself into the run with a sort of wild ambition. I find myself concentrating more on running properly. Hands spread, right? Huh. Something about hitting the balls of your feet rather than the heels. I try to match my stride to Emmy's, but it's pretty difficult. Apparently, I'm not very good at it. Maybe Emmy could help me with that sometime. I'm really not feeling up to more than a couple of laps today and slow to walk pretty quickly. If I were to pick a waifu, if I have to say right now which one my waifu would be, I think waifu would be, I think Silvar Deaf Girl's winning for waifu. Emmy keeps running and doesn't seem to notice I've stopped until she passes me a second time. She quickly skids to a halt, breathing steadily in contrast to my own somewhat gasping demeanor. Finished already? I hang my head ruefully. Yeah. I'm not in very good shape right now. Emmy nods and grins at me again. She seems to do a lot of smiling. Well, the important thing is you just started, right? Next time, you have to try to hold out longer, then longer and longer, and eventually you'll be great. That's what they told me about masturbation. I'll keep that in mind. But I think right now I'm going to get ready for class. Shouldn't you? I've got plenty of time. I notice she's not wearing a watch. Are you sure? Not really. I've got to finish my routine. See you later. Adios. I'm not sure whether this morning's experiment was a success or a failure, but I'll admit I do feel slightly good about getting out of there this morning. Like Emmy said, I just need to keep at it in order to get better, right? Practice makes perfect. It's nice at least to feel like I've taken some semblance of control over my own health. I did run one whole lap. I head back to the dorms to wash and change into my uniform, trying to resist the urge to take a really long hot shower. I'm tired from all the running, so I just want to unwind. This one's actually on purpose. That is a disturbing image. This one is freaky also. I think that's a cat. I hope that's a cat. After taking a long shower, I dry myself off and get out of stall to put on my clothes. Whew, not safe for work. Out of nowhere, a shadow appears within the mist, looming and radiating malicious intent. Oh. Hi. What are you doing here? You scared me. What's your problem? I should be asking you that. I've been looking for you all over the place. What do you mean all over the place? I want to ask if you've been looking for me. Start naked, but hold my tongue. I finally realize I am still naked too and quickly hold up my shirt in front of me, but Kenji doesn't seem to notice a thing. His glasses are fogged up, but then why doesn't he wipe them off? His vision's so bad he's perpetually seeing through fog. Your room, that's it. Well, I still had to get up though. Whatever, it's not important. Can I borrow some money? She puts on an innocent face and walks away, trying very hard to look very casual. It doesn't work. He's as transparent as the window pane sized glass. Talking neutrally like this, wearing nothing, feels awkward. Actually, somehow it's even more awkward to be naked in front of someone when they can't see me being naked. To say nothing from the fact that he's naked as well. How many times do we have to say naked in this? I mean, like, I'm not wearing pants, but you guys can't tell, and it feels totally natural to me. I try brushing the feeling off with little success. Money? Sure. Awesome. Why do you need money? Can't you just give it to me because I had the good will not to run through your pockets while you're in the shower? I could have, but I exercise restraint. And in the end, isn't it the thought that counts? Come on, be a pal. It makes no sense. If it's the thought that counts, I should withhold payment, since his thoughts were clearly impure. His intentions were probably even more sinister, since he can't tell me what they are. I say as much to him. I am offended, man, but that's your game, then fine. I guess I have no choice. I want to order a pizza. Yeah, pizza. No pizza for... Oh, fuck you, man. Like, Kenji and I... Alright, look. Kenji and I were cool, but this whole no pizza thing? Fuck you. Share your pizza. You have class. You don't have time to eat a pizza. I'm not going to class. I have to wait for the pizza and pay the guy and then eat it. It's not easy. You have to obtain the pizza stealthily. If you don't, everyone will see you. And the pizza. They'll ask for a slice. It's hard world out there. Everyone wants a piece. Then you're left pizzaless. In an unforgiving world, it's happened before. That's how I know. Every day I plan my vengeance so that when the people who wronged me order a pizza, I'll be there, ever vigilant. Kenji strikes a dramatic pose. I see everything. I only need like 400 yen, please. That's like $4, right? And it's like, yeah, just like take $4 for the pizza, dude. But I demand a slice. I was outside, can't remember what I was doing, something standing, maybe? Wondering how I got out there. Then I'll know where it happened. Like a flash of lightning splitting the sky, like how you split a sandwich into 2 equal pieces and make it more manageable to hold and eat a bird craft in my head. Huh. What's the first? He ignores me and keeps going. I want to grab him and shake him. Is he just trying to keep momentum? I'll go with that, even it's more likely he just didn't hear me. It was like in the openings of some kind of anime show. You know how there's always a part where the main dude is fighting his rival and they fly each other and clash swords and there's like a big dramatic colored auras and zoom? It's like that, but with poo. Okay. I need money, please. I need like 10,000 yen. Or 1,000 yen. Pay you back, I swear. You better. I don't know when I'll be able to pay you back. Yeah, 1 week. Ah! Kenji winces and makes noise like a dying cow. Particularly disturbing fact given that his baton is conducting freely. Oh, Jesus, man. You're not supposed to be so tight-ass about money between brothers in arms. Men have it bad as it is. Did you know that male porn stars only make about half what female porn stars make? It's because of all the volunteers. That doesn't mean anything unless you're a porn star. So maybe I am a porn star. On the side, struggling to make ends meet as I fight the feminist agenda. Wouldn't feminists be against pornography in the first place? Yeah, it's just pornography, dude. This stuff is important. I can see that you don't give a shit, but this is serious here. God, I am liking Kenji less and less and less, Kenji. You're boring and annoying. Wood and I are terrible at stabbing things. I thought you said said not to take them lightly. Don't take them lightly for the big things. Individually, they're not a threat. You're being ridiculous. Who said it was on Earth? I turn away from Kenji. Can't see you from this distance, which unfortunately means he keeps on ranting. There's a war going on. Imagine it, bloody battlefield. Almost gave up. I gave up, it'll all be over. Must be a crappy movement. Can I have money? He's blocking me out. Awesome, thanks. We should go bowling. Hey cousin, we should go bowling. It's the ultimate sport. Should I wear my pink bowling shirt with matching shoes? Those are bowling clothes? Maybe. Anyways, you better pay me back. I can pay you back in stuff, right? I'll take sexual favors, but not from you. Time for what? I just like saying that. Okay, time's really come. For what? I just like saying that. I have to be alone or I can't go. The pressure. I'll think of something. I gave him my practice frown. And I left. Right now I have to go to class. I'm the first person in class today, thinking I'm a little too early. Then again, sitting there for 20 minutes beats having to suffer that much time with Kenji. Yes, agreed. The combination of fatigue, frustration, and boredom starts making me feel very tired. I black out for a second, waking up. My head hits the surface of my desk. Rubbing my forehead, I realize this is a good reason, as I need to stay up for now and stop coming to class so early later. Eventually, I hear a tapping noise outside the hallway, and Lily's tall figure appears in the doorway. She's not in this class, so she must have some other business. Maybe she's looking for Hanako. Lily stops at the door, looking hesitant, as if she was a vampire who can't come in unless invited. She steps in on her own accord after straightening her skirt and shirt collar, as if of importance to look prim when entering the classroom. Of course, her natural enemy is in this room. She calls into the quiet room with a probing, delicate voice. I realize the silence might be unnerving her because of her blindness, so I break it. Morning, Lily. Hey, Sal, good morning. I didn't hear you come in. Well, that's because I came in before you, girl, you dumb bitch. I wonder if she thinks it's suspicious I didn't say anything to her before. It's likely, if I were to tell too big of a lie now, it would sink me. I was already in here, just asleep. Oh, have you seen Hanako? No, she hasn't come in yet. Do you want me to tell her something? It's fine, it's strange, but I think we're the only two people in the school right now. I didn't hear anyone else on the way here. Oh shit, everyone else has died except for us and our waifus. You're chastising yourself for doing something that other people should? Punctuality is a good thing. I think so anyways. It's a very busy morning today. The festivals are coming up soon. Today is a deadline for event registration, budget reports, paperwork. Could be that everyone is trying to complete the necessary forms at the last minute. Maybe that's why it's so quiet. Duh. Of course, it's because Misha's not here yet. Misha pops in the room with Shizune, as if on cue, shouting with a loudness that makes Lily visibly flinch. Hi, Hei-chan. Hi. Look, it's a class representative. Hello. Lily smiles, probably amused by Misha's or Shizune's use of the word look. Good morning. Of course, you're not the representative in this class, right? I'm not. Lily seems a little more guarded in her answers to Shizune than she was with me the other day. I guess they don't really get along at all. Then I realize that Lily might actually not know Shizune is present, and she's trying to detect whether or not she is, to know who she's talking to. For all she knows, she's talking to Misha, but knowing that she and Shizune are practically inseparable, she might suspect Shizune being the one who actually talks. Damn, how complicated. I decided to help Lily out for my own peace of mind more than anything else. You're here early, Shizune. You were here even earlier than us. Misha puffs out her cheeks angrily. Why is she getting angry? Does she feel emotions on Shizune's behalf too? Yeah, they're drift compatible. It's not that weird though that Shizune doesn't like my little comment. It's true I was here earlier than them, so me saying something like that could definitely be misinterpreted as anything. Especially to Shizune, who doesn't have the benefit of hearing tone to gauge intent. Yeah, but she can see my face. Before I can start weighing whether or not I should apologize, Shizune has already moved on. Class rep, it's a good thing you're here. We have to talk. The festival is coming up in 3 days, right? Every other class has already handed in their projected budget reports for their events. Even the first years, except you. Wah! There's still time to hand it in, isn't there? I'm having some trouble writing things down, you know, seeing as I can't see. Look, I needed to get Danganronpa out of the way because I can't play two visual novels at once, man. Now that Danganronpa's over, we can actually play another visual novel. Deadlines today! That was me. Planning on something on a scale is not a small task, and a week is too small of a time frame to expect a whole class to work out such a complex issue completely. I'm so burpy. Do you want to know what's harder than distributing the funds for one class's event? Handling the same matter for every class in the school and then some. The one who does that is me. Shizune. Misha puts her hands on her hips and stands up straight. Wow, she's really getting into the role. Lily doesn't look like she's amused, though. Hey, Shizune, aren't you being a little too hard on her? There's still a whole day left. Please, Hisao, it's all right. Lily seems happy I'm taking her side, but a bit conflicted that I might not think she can take care of herself. If this is about the budget, then I'm disappointed you think I've forgotten about it. I understand how important this is. Then, can I have it, please? Shizune, she might not have it on her at this exact second. It's not here right now. I asked 2 students to take care of it for me, students from my class. She emphasized the last sentence Much to my surprise, she knows about Shizune and Misha's efforts to rope me into the student council. I guess word must have gotten around, so now she's using me as ammo. This gets better and better. We've already played Doki Doki Literature Club. I actually have Doki Doki Literature Club playthrough on YouTube already. It was your responsibility. A budget report isn't something you should just be delegating away. As class rep, it's your job to be on top of things. This kind of disregard for proper procedure is really just terrible. They completed it, being capable of doing so, but the students have been sick recently, so they could not come to school and give it to me. If you want, I'll apologize on their behalf for getting sick. Ooh. Low blow. Okay. Although Misha misses Lily's little jab entirely, Shizune doesn't, and she seems torn between being offended by Lily's daring and jumping for joy at the prospect of a challenge. Lily, don't they live here at the school? That's a 5-minute walk, you know. What could they possibly have that prevents them from taking 5 minutes out of their busy lives to drop off something that will affect the enjoyment of the entire class? Lily opens her mouth to say something, but Shizune closes the gap between them and starts signing furiously, waving her hands around like an orchestra conductor. Misha tries her best to convey the same passion, but she can't seem to lose her normal cheerful tone. The result is interesting and somewhat surreal. What's with that attitude? I said it's not something you should be delegating away. Are you the class representative or aren't you? Tell me the names of those 2 students. They should have your job if you can't even handle something this simple yourself. One form isn't the full extent of what I'm supposed to take care of. Lily's tone is growing somewhat impatient, but she's doing a good job of not letting her Shizune see how unsettled she is becoming. She's playing her cards close to her chest. I also want to play things close to her chest. Shizune, on the other hand, wraps her fingers cheerfully along the edge of her glasses, knowing Lily can neither hear nor see how excited she is. Why wouldn't Lily be able to hear how excited she is? I think Lily can hear that just fine. Of course, you do so much, class rep. It must be so difficult being you. Lily tightens her lips at Misha's words, clearly understanding the intent behind them, even though Misha delivers them without even a hint of the sarcasm which they were meant to have. Shizune and Lily don't like each other, that much is clear, but this seems a little bit much. It seems like Lily has had enough and is ready to push back. Ah, fight! Oh, fight-o! Oh, fighting! I was actually just discussing the budget report before you came by. You must be very talented to have finished all your student council duties so quickly that you can track me down to make sure I don't forget my own. Are you accusing me of slacking off? It seems like you're confusing me with yourself. I like how they have just Misha here talking for her. It's cute. I don't think so. That would be a very difficult thing for me to do, comparing myself to you. You're right. The difference between us is like heaven and hell. It's not hard to guess which one you might represent. The air between them ripples with the heat of their enmity. Well, not really. They can't. Oh, shit. Wait. Panty shot. Whoa, wait. Panty shot. They can't disguise it anymore, though. Even Misha looks like she's beginning to understand the real nature of this conversation. Hey, Chan, don't you slack off either. What, me? Aren't you taking part in the festival, Hee-chan? You are, aren't you? Then I hope you're going to do a lot more to make sure it goes smoothly. I don't understand why she's suddenly getting mad at me. Let's see. Let's go with... I'm gonna go with... Oh, shit. Of course, this option we can add a save. I think I'm gonna side with. I'm gonna side with Lily. I'm the new guy. Remember? It's not like I could have done much, even if I wanted to. Okay, that's a really weak answer. That's right, you shouldn't expect a transfer student to jump right into this on his first week. Lily taking my side feels oddly comforting, so I decide to back her up too. Yeah, you're being unreasonable with us both. I love Shizune. I think Shizune is like my top waifu from appearances. I think I like Shizune's design the most, but I don't like her goddamn. I don't like her rules, man. Student council character. I don't like student council characters, especially when their like character is like student council character. Excuses. Miss Class Rep has had plenty of time to deal with her reports. And we repeatedly offered you a position to help with the student council work, but you refused to commit yourself to making the festival a success. Yeah, but as I said back then, I'm not sure. I don't have time for this right now. No matter what I do, it will mean being drawn into a confrontation with Shizune. And that is what she wants. Whatever, forget it. I turn my back at him. Lily, look, class is going to be starting soon, so we can talk more later. I'll tell Hanako you were looking for her. I can feel Shizune freezing. Maybe this is the first time she's ever been ignored in such a blunt manner. Thank you. I'll leave now. She gives me the sweetest smile I've seen all week and turns on her heels to make her exit. As soon as Lily walks out, I suddenly start feeling reluctant about turning to face Shizune. I can feel her eyes burning into my back and I can't bring myself to look at her. Ventus official with a 9-month resub. Thank you so much for this 9 months, dude, and welcome back to the Super Family. I keep expecting Misha to say something to alleviate the tension, but it really is wanting too much. In the end, I go back to my seat and listen to the sound of Shizune's footsteps as she marches out of the room. She doesn't return until a few minutes before class. Hanako doesn't come to the morning class at all, leaving her seat looking empty and lonely in the back of the classroom. I have to tell her that Lily's looking for her if I see her later. After the events of this morning, class is pretty boring in comparison. I turn the pages of my textbook lazily. I have a bit of catching up to do despite trying to keep up with my studies at the hospital, but I'm not feeling that enthusiastic about it. The clock in the front room sounds unbearably loud. The teacher hasn't said anything in over 7 minutes, instead opting to cover the board in rows and rows of equations taken directly from the book. The rhythmic clashing of chalk on board seems to synchronize perfectly with the ticking of the clock. I start to copy down the equations just to pass the time, even though they are right there in the textbook. The bell rings. I'm not in a hurry because I have nothing to do. So I stay for a while, reviewing what we covered in class today. I prefer to leave last anyway, so I don't have to deal with crowding in the hallways. I noticed Shizune and Misha have also stayed behind, talking to someone from another class. Shizune is signing so fast, her hands make noises like swords cutting through the air. Okay. Maybe there's pent-up anger in there. Misha is trying desperately to keep up, but it's clear she can barely manage to even understand her. I put my head down. Whatever they're discussing, it looks like serious business. Shizune signs to the point where her wrists crackle, and Misha struggles to spit it out in word form. Sometimes she trips over herself like she's dealing with tongue twisters, and then on top of that, she has to sign back anything the other girl says. Seems like a rough job. Misha looks tired, like she's about to faint. Lucky for her, their business is soon finished, and the girls sit down in their seats again. So tired. She hangs her head limply on her desk, looking exhausted. I'll use the opportunity to reconcile with Shizune a bit without getting roped into the student council thing again, though I suspect that door is now closed to me. Aha, split path. Festival preparations will be tough for you. Instead, the people in the schools seem to be taking the festival very seriously. Whenever I see people idling about before and after classes, they're always talking about their plans for it. It's kind of neat to see everyone being so enthusiastic about it. I'm probably the only one who doesn't have something to do. Shizune scoffs at me first, as if trying to decide whether to ignore me or sneer at me. But in the end, she starts signing without doing either. Misha perks up, looking at her hands with slightly unfocused eyes. She signs with harsh, heavy dramatic strokes. Misha translates her signing into speech for me. She does it so well, it's almost like Shizune's actually speaking, transmitting her thoughts directly through Misha. She must have practiced it vigorously. Well, of course we're on the student council, you know, so we're busy. It's an important duty of ours to ensure the success of the festival with all our strength. We would shame ourselves in front of the past student council generations if the festival were to fail. So cute. That's why there must be no flaws. I think that was encumbrances. No, nothing that would make the festival short of perfect. Shizune's passionate speech and Misha's enacting are oddly fitting of them. Oh, hello. Ah, Hanako. Peering timidly into the classroom, most of her body hidden behind a door. Playing delinquent again? Hanako blushes hard as Misha's straightforward jab, even if it was only in jest. Ah, fighter! Shizune stares at her probingly, causing Hanako to look down and start backing away to the point where only her fingers seem to be wrapped nervously around the edge of the door. Maybe she is showing her dislike of Hanako by association of her dislike of Lily. It appears so, and Hanako probably knows it as well. What is it, Hanako? Has Lily been here? Haven't seen her. Sorry, haven't seen Sato. She came by in the morning, though. Hanako keeps looking uneasily at Shizune, who stares back at her with her usual studying gaze. What's she trying to do? Of course, Shizune isn't going to look away, and she is intimidating enough as it is, so I only imagine how terrified Hanako would be. It's a little uncomfortable watching Hanako's reaction to Shizune's normal behavior. This is what happens when two people at different extremes meet, it seems. Do you know where she is? If she has any sense in her head, she'll be in her classroom working on their festival project. But who knows what that woman is loitering at? Fucking rude. You need to find her? She was looking for you in the morning, but I guess you have missed each other. She waits a little without answering the simple question, looking awfully like she's not sure if it's proper to answer such a question. Yeah, I can come with you. Okay. Oh, if it's okay. Hanako nods frantically, still on guard, her shoulders stiff like wood. I get the feeling that she might be more comfortable by herself after all, but it's too late to back off now. She has this really troubled expression she likes to wear almost constantly, one that makes me constantly be on guard myself. I wonder why. I kind of understand why she seems to be wary, or maybe more like why there could be a person like her. But I still have no idea how to act around such a person. It's dinner time soon. You planning on eating? She nods slightly. Oh, planning on eating with Lily? She might be in the cafeteria. It's not bad because dinner time is longer than lunch hour, but I can understand why Hanako would be discouraged from going in. I pick my bag and we take our leave. Hanako skips a little to meet my initial pace, and I slow down to match her speed. It doesn't take long for us to be walking at a comfortable pace down the hallway. It almost feels like we're going for a stroll together, something that I can't say I've really done before with a girl. Ooh, girl. Hanako doesn't seem to be thinking the same thing, though. Even though we are walking at the same pace, she never comes within arm's reach of me. If it were with a girl without arms, that'd be much closer. Not Emmy, Rin. If it were Rin, it would be a lot closer. By the time we arrive at a cafeteria, there's not much of a crowd there, but Lily is nowhere to be seen. Hanako's head sinks even lower than usual. Have you looked somewhere else already? Just at the library, I was reading. Nerd. So not exactly a thorough search. Well, if I had to guess, she'd be in her own class, like Shizune said, right? We should have checked there first. Their class was literally right next to ours, so I don't know why we didn't just check there right away. With a slight nod, Hanako agrees with my reasoning. God, she's being so awkward. It's like I need double-layered silk gloves with padding to even begin interacting with her. Some small talk might help her become a bit more used to me. It isn't hard to tell that the silence between us is hovering on the edge of both of our minds. So you and Lily usually hang out together after class, huh? Yes. I'm not quite sure what I expected from her answer, nor why I even ask a question. That much was rather obvious after all. She doesn't seem like the type to cultivate a social circle either, so I suspect that Lily may be her only friend. Must be a pain being in different classes, I'm guessing. She gives a sharp, almost reflexive nod compared to Lily's careful, thought-about actions and speech. Hanako hastens to make her answers as promptly and short as possible. Lily comes by my classroom, though, even when she's busy. She gives a small smile as she says it, evidently appreciating the fact that Lily goes out of her way to help her. It's pretty cute, really. There isn't any need to say more, both of us content that the discussions reach an end. As we ascend the stairs to the lobby, we are met by a group of students heading downstairs like a flood of fish, moving from one feeding area to another. They seem to be keeping mostly to themselves before I notice her doing so. Hanako has moved around behind me. You alright? Just keep going. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. The students pass us without as much as a second glance, and Hanako takes up position to my side again as we enter the building, her momentary reprieve from her anxiety all but snatched away. Even as we climb towards the third floor, she doesn't seem to relax. It isn't as if I've never known a shy person before, or even shy girls, but Hanako seems to be pretty far beyond what I call normal in her fear of other people. If it weren't for Lily acting as a mediator, I doubt Hanako would even be able to walk beside me like this. She seems to completely shut down in the presence of others. The rest of the walk up to Lily's classroom continues in strained silence, while I rue her inability to socialize at all. After we make our way up the stairs, a noise coming from Lily's classroom is audible from halfway down the hallway. I wasn't expecting such a din at all. I guess we found her. This wasn't hard. Did Hanako come here first and come to me for backup, I wonder? Well, that's true. Oh, well, okay, so it's really weird the number of things. I guess 3-2 isn't somehow right next to 3-3. Or maybe we walked all the way down to the cafeteria and all the way back up. Morgan Freeman marry you? Well, I'll have to think about it, but I only marry people who send me those lovely, lovely pictures. Eventually, the two of us reach a door to class 3-2 with Hanako less than subtly positioning herself behind me. I open the door. Inside is a hive of activity. Seemingly every student in the class talking at once as they work hurriedly on their separate tasks. This classroom is from a completely different school from the classroom we were in previously. The desks and stuff aren't even the same. Going by the paint cans, decorations, and banners being made, it must be for the upcoming school festival. I guess my priority should first be finding Lily. There! Finding her among the din is surprisingly easy, not the least because of her looks. With a couple of students gathered around her as she strains at the front of the class, she seems to be in charge of the preparations, or at least busy organizing them. Carefully negotiating a path through various students hunched over the floor for lack of desk space, I raise my hand entirely out of habit as we finally reach Lily. Hi, Lily. Oh, right, she can't see us. She perks her head up as she breaks off talking to a noticeably smaller girl who must be her classmate, trying to listen as best she can. Sorry, who? Hisao, I have Hanako too. Hi. She's pretty skittish, considering the number of people around it isn't too hard to work out why. Lily takes a moment's pause to assess the situation before turning to the other students once again. For the moment, May just asks Moria for his advice. Kenji's busy with painting one of the banners already. A quick nod and she bounced off, fingers carefully sliding around the wall's face for orientation. Wait, Kenji. That Kenji? I quickly turn around, leaning to the side to see past Hanako. Sure enough, in the corner of the room, Kenji's hunched over a sheet of cloth as he paints it. His eyes remain only inches from the brush, reminding me how close he has to see to make out my face. Sorry about that. Our class doesn't have many students with even partial eyesight, so they are in high demand. That's right, 3-2 is specifically for students with poor vision. Preparing for the festival must be pretty arduous. Need a hand? I can give you help if you need some. A chance to set her mind on something would do her good, but I doubt she has the courage to ask outright. She nods quickly in affirmation afterwards, so I'm confident I made the right move. Lily gives a noticeable sigh of relief. That's good. This might actually get finished before everyone goes off to dinner now. Would you be able to help the person painting the main banner? It's a big task for him, but no one else can do it. Oh, Kenji. Oh, Jesus, Kenji. I don't want more Kenji time, dude. She seems surprised that I know him. I can't really blame her. You've met? Oh, I've seen a lot of Kenji. Oh, I have seen a lot of Kenji. It's good to see you getting friends so quickly. Friend. Hanako's silence during the proceedings reminds me of the reason I put her up to helping in the first place. We'll go help with him then. He knows what he's doing, right? That's right, just ask if you have any problems. Chorusing in assent, Hanako and I begin another trek across the classroom. Kenji sits crouched on the floor, his gaze fixed on a white calico in front of him. Hey, Kenji. No answer, he continues dragging his paint-soaked brush along the large, half-painted kanji, which sketched in a sheet in pencil. Kenji? What is it? Who is it? If this is the way he treats class members, it's no small matter. He's working on his own. It's me. Oh, right, I know that, man. What are you doing here, though? His dismissive attitude annoys me. He must be a type to really get focused on his work, hating to be disturbed by anyone until he's done. While we talk, the sound of Hanako's footsteps as she walks out from beside me reminds me that she's here. I was just going to help with the banner, Hanako and I, that is. Hello. Hey, I guess that's okay. As soon as Hanako enters the equation, his demeanor takes a complete about face. His sudden faux hospitality is slightly unsettling. Oh, right, women. On second thoughts, this may not have been a great idea after all. Hanako and I grudgingly set ourselves down on opposite side of a cloth banner to Kenji, noting that several small paint tins on the ground around it. 3-2 noodle stall? You guys selling noodles at this festival on Sunday? Oh god, I'm hungry. Oh, I'm really hungry. Some stalls outside or something. Or something. His non-committal nature sparks a fair amount of suspicion on my behalf. The task at hand comes first, though. So how do you want to split this? We do borders while you do the text, or do you want to switch to the borders? Text is mine, you do borders. He has surprisingly strong feelings on the topic. As I reach over to grab a brush, I notice Hanako's already debating between colors to use. By the time I put a brush across, she's already started on the delicate pattern. Looks like my idea of taking her mind off everyone has worked. With a dark blue brush, dark blue stroke, the three of us silently get to work. Not before Kenji takes advantage of Hanako's working to lean towards me and whisper conspiratorially, though. Okay, man, why are you here? Hanako just wanted to help Lily, that's all. He apparently disapproves of my motivations. I get it. Looks like I misjudged you. You're a player. You're infiltrating, aren't you? Going deep undercover. Oh, yeah, I'm trying to get deep into there, if you know what I mean. Should have guessed. Letting the truth slip by him would probably be better than outright lying or annoying. In any case. Is that why you're here? Obviously. It sucks, but there's no better way to get intel than going in yourself. We gotta stick together, man. This is a harsh school, a harsh world. Yes. Harsh. He misses my true meaning as he leans back, satisfied I'm sympathetic to his cause. I'd better get down to work. What's up, little big stuff? How you doing, dude? Finished. Looks like I'm good too. Looks like I am too. Good job. The two of us connect up the lines of our patterns, mine being as close a copy as I could of hers. With a grunt, I lever myself up on the floor and look around. Aside from Hanako and myself, there's only Kenji left finishing off a sign, as well as Lily and a couple of students talking amongst themselves in the classroom. Looking at my watch, it's no surprise it's getting pretty late. Need a hand? I offer a hand to Hanako, which she uses to get herself up. As she does, I can't help but glance at her wrist. If her scars extend even to there, just how much of her body was burnt. I felt a pang of guilt about it, however, as she quickly covers her wrist with her other hand. Looks good, doesn't it? Yeah, looks burnt. Sorry. She looks surprised for a moment before noticing I met the banner. Yeah, your burn looks good, doesn't it? It does, I guess. Her smile shows she feels a slight sense of pride in her result, just as I do. With the floor significantly neater for the decorations being placed on desks and shelves, it's much easier to get to Lily as we cross the room. We finished the banner. I guess that's all that needs to be done. Lily approves. Thank you, Hisao. Hanako, is there any way I can thank you? It's fine. Beats sitting in my room studying. I don't mind either. She nods before suddenly remembering one last person. Oh, is Kenji still here? I thought with my mouth, Kenji gives the answer from the other side of the room. Just finished. He carefully slips his sign into an empty section of shelf to dry before quickly walking past us and out the door. See ya, man. Bye. Ladies, it's just you and me now. The remaining 2 students say their goodbyes to Lily before taking their cues to leave as well, leaving only the 3 of us. Well, I guess that's everyone. I hope we don't have to do anything like that again. Working past school time? Indeed, the class's plan this year was ambitious, maybe too ambitious. The stall looks nice though. She's right, it looks like a lot of work's gone into him. My, I'm sure a lot of us would like to hear that. At least now there's not much work to do until the festival itself. It's getting pretty late, should we go? It's probably a good idea. Going back to the dorms as well? Guess I'll tag along. The nighttime lighting really makes the gardens look quite different compared to the usual look of lush greenery. Things are much more calm. Being that it's so late, the lack of students around probably helps. The odd 1 or 2 can be seen scurrying to and from the dorms, trying to eke the most out of their approaching curfews, but no more. All that can be heard is our footsteps, in addition to Lily's cane, regularly gently tapping the ground in front of her. It's nice to finally be able to relax a bit after the mad rush during school, without even noticing I let out a small yawn. Tired? Yeah, still getting used to the flow of things. Thing is, with Shizune took me off guard though. I grit my teeth a little, the candid mention of their rather public spat. That said, I do want to sort out what in the world was behind it. About that. I'm sorry about being so public. Shizune and I go back some ways. Her voice seems rather irritated as she remembers Shizune, obviously unwilling to discuss it any further. I glanced to Hanako for her view on this, but her expression is unsurprisingly evasive and difficult to read. Probably because of the hair over her face. Either way, I guess her apologizing for it is something even if my curiosity goes unanswered. I'll be glad once the festival is over in any case. The change of topic is welcome, clearing the thickening air quickly. I can imagine my old school's festivals were a lot more low-key than this. Yamaku stresses the idea of a school community, so the staff likes to make our festivals and such special occasions. And yet, the students are the ones who do the work. What an unfair world. Hanako and Lily both chuckle in agreement, saving the fact that none of the staff are around to hear our grumbling. I suppose coming from a strict all-girls school helped me a bit with Yamaku. Compared to there, Yamaku's much more relaxed. That go a way towards explaining her well-bred speech and behavior in any case. It's weird to describe things as well-bred. That's just me. As we come up to the dormitories, it eventually comes time to leave our respective rooms. See you, Lily, Hanako. The 2 both give polite nods before setting off to the women's dorms, right next to the guys. As to be expected of such an arrangement, there's a staff member casually patrolling around outside to prevent any nighttime shenanigans. Walking past him, I quickly stretch my arms and rub my neck, both quite sore after having worked for so long. It feels quite good to actually have direction. After so long in the hospital, the everyday fact of studying, homework, and teachers seems almost a blessing. I guess if things continue this way, my time at Yamaku might turn out okay. Gotta get me some waifus. Adhering to the nurse's nagging voice in the back of my head, I set my alarm clock to wake up early enough to go jogging again. I made a promise, I'm gonna keep it. Besides, Emmy is bound to rat out at me if I don't show up. Nighty-night. Let's save right here in the middle of the night. Progress successfully saved. Woo! Okay. Talk about that food stall is making me hungry. So I think it's time for food. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Zenigami. I'm a variety streamer, and we are going to call it a night here. Because I'm going to get some food. Are you sure I want to quit Katawa Shoujo? Unfortunately, yes, I guess I do want to quit Katawa Shoujo. But it's only Katawa Shoujo. I might quit you, but you'll never quit me.